Hi, how's it going, friends? I'm Darkoburi the Collector, and for this week's video we have this Marvel Collector Core. So here it is, I'm bringing you this Marvel Collector Core, which is a special edition box. You know, we've already had quite a few of these boxes here, and we also had the Bandai one, which was the Band Presto box. From that time I got reincarnated as a slime. What these boxes have is that they come with several items inside. There aren't any spoilers included inside the box in this case, but what's amazing is that it says down here, end credit scenes. So, there are some surprises like the ones that always come at the end of the movies. The most interesting thing about Marvel movies was always the beginning with that little song, you know, Tantaran tan 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 tan. Right? If I don't sing well, don't judge me, I know I don't, but at the end we always stayed in the theater waiting for one or two scenes, those scenes that came after the credits. Suddenly there are spoilers, non-spoilers, and then, hey, so how many scenes are there? There's 1, there's 2, there's 3. And we end up watching quite a few, even in the Loki series, in Wanda Maximoff's show. So, it's something Marvel introduced, and now some other movies have started including it too. Totally, it's something amazing. Now, stick with us. We're going to do the unboxing of this special box and take out all 5 items that are inside. We're going to do a brief review of the box so you can see everything inside. You know, this is from Marvel Studios, and if you look, it says, the Infinity Saga. It's related to the Infinity Stones, the part where Thanos comes into play. So, I'm going to ask you a quick question. Out of all the 10 years of Marvel movies, what was your favorite post-credit scene? For me, the one I like the most, and I'm still waiting to see what happens, is the one from Guardians of the Galaxy 2, where there's a coffin that could be Adam Warlock, who we've been waiting for, and hopefully he'll show up in the new Guardians of the Galaxy. Why? Because Adam Warlock was one of the first to be able to gather, after the Cosmic Cube, the Infinity Stones. And remember, it's with the Guardians of the Galaxy, with Gamora, with Drax. He gives Pym and each of them an Infinity Stone so they become the Infinity Watch, and then everything turns into chaos. Leave in the comments which one was yours, which one was your favorite, and we're going to open this up here to see which one comes in this special edition box. Back here, it just has the name, and that's it. There are no spoilers, it just has the Avengers logo in blue and on the back some safety instructions, where we see it's for ages 8 and up. Why? Because it may include some small pieces. If you're going to do this with your whole family, make sure to watch out for the little ones, since they're the ones we care about most at home. And now, without further ado, let's open this amazing box. For the main part of this video, right here where I said there were 5 pieces, you all are going to get an exclusive look at the contents of the box before I do, and this is how it comes. The name appears again, and here is everything that comes in your box. Let's take everything out one by one so you can see them. Here comes an awesome t-shirt. One thing I didn't mention that's in the box, remember, all of this is from Funko Pop. This is a Funko tee, and this is the t-shirt. Here we have It's Shawarma Time, featuring the Avengers. Let's calmly identify all the Avengers. Check them out. Obviously, when you order the box, you can choose your t-shirt size. Here, I ordered mine in large, but they have everything from small sizes, including kids, up to XL. So, here it is. And the million-dollar question is, which post-credit scene is this? Where does it appear? Let's see if you can guess. Maybe it was in Avengers. Correct me if I'm wrong. Let's take out the second item we have inside here. Here is the cheat sheet of what's inside the box, but now let's take out this exclusive Nick Fury Funko Pop. Let's check it out. Here, if you look, it's number 694. And you know, here it has the label when it's a special edition that glows in the dark or comes from some Comic-Con. Here, as you can see, it says it's from Marvel Collector Core. And on the back, it always shows all the Funkos that belong to this same line. And here, surprisingly, it only shows Nick Fury, which means it really is a special edition. I'm going to leave it here so you can take a closer look, and now let's move on with the rest of the contents of our Marvel Collector Core Special Edition box. And what you still need to tell me, you at home, is in which post-credit scene this part appears. If you notice, it's the "I don't want to go, Mr. Stark" moment, but in Nick Fury's version, when he's driving a truck, he suddenly feels his soul leaving his body, and the last thing he does is, with the communicator he has here in his right hand, he calls Captain Marvel. This is the scene that Nick Fury is representing here, and obviously, that's where the whole Endgame storyline begins. The next Funko that comes in our box, the third of the 5 items, is this Steve Rogers, also known as Captain America. If you look closely, he's sitting down. In which scene does he sit like that? It's in Spider-Man: Homecoming. Here, our special edition Funko tells us that it's from the scene. And that's when he's giving lectures to the kids there about how to behave as Captain America, the leader of the whole nation and the hero of all Americans. Here we have, once again, that it's a Marvel Collector Core exclusive edition. Here we have number 693. That's right, I got it right. Here we'll see that we have number 694. This is where they match up. But like I said, they come by themselves, all alone, just like in Ice Age, they come alone, all by themselves. They're not shared in a collection, and since both come in the same box, they have the same serial number. So now we have Captain America, we have Nick Fury, we have our Avengers t-shirt. There are 2 more surprises left. What do you think is coming next? Will it be another t-shirt, maybe a scarf, or a glove? Stay tuned to find out here on Darkoburi's channel. Let's move on to the next item, and we have this sticker. It's a Thanos, and if you look at it, it's the Thanos. But in which scene does this version of Thanos appear? It's not the Thanos who has the Infinity Stones. Remember that in Infinity War, he already shows up with one of the stones on the gauntlet. So, it's not from there. Which scene is it where he's sitting after Ronan is defeated, and he stands up and says, "Fine, I'll do it myself"? It's at that moment. Maybe it's Guardians of the Galaxy 1. Correct me if I'm wrong, you at home, leave it in the comments, because it's when he stands up and puts on the gauntlet. And another interesting fact that everyone knows, and we already mentioned it when we did the unboxing of the Thanos figures, is that Thanos wears the gauntlet on the other hand. If you notice, he uses the left-handed gauntlet, while Tony Stark's gauntlet is worn on the right hand. Just like the Snap Hulk does, it's with his right hand, while Thanos does it with his left. Here, I'll leave you with this sticker, but it's super, super cool, Thanos. And the final moment of this unboxing is brought to us by this last item, which is a baby Groot. Here we have a baby Groot pin. If you remember, in Guardians of the Galaxy, Groot sacrifices himself after the explosion caused by the stone, and Groot dies, so to speak. Rocket was really sad, crying. Honestly, I got really sad too. And then he picks him up because he was a little plant. And then, after that, he becomes a teenager. In the movies like Infinity War and Endgame, he's unbearable when he's a teenage Groot, but here I'm going to show you this beautiful baby Groot pin. All these items were super cool, but I think we have a surprise coming up, so stay tuned to the channel because the best part is coming. And one of the scenes I liked the most in the whole Infinity Saga was when you were, or weren't, worthy to wield one of the most powerful magic hammers in the entire series. So, let's see if we're worthy ourselves. And here we have the Stormbreaker for you all on the Darkoburi channel. The core part of this unboxing is the Stormbreaker. I've already shown you Captain America's shield, then the new shield, Thor's hammer, but now, this one was a gift from my friend Mario Rubio. Thank you so much, Mario, for this awesome present. It's super cool. If you notice, the size is spectacular, and he told me, hey, it was a hassle to send it all the way to where you are, all the way to the Darkoburi studios. And he put fragile all over it. And even though he marked it as fragile, look at how they treated the box. But honestly, it's no big deal. What I really want is the item inside, and I'm just going to briefly show you the box. Why? So you can see that it's a Legend series. Here's Thor, but for us, this Thor doesn't represent me. Fat Thor, now he represents me. Leave a like and use the hashtag #FatThorRepresentsMe so we can all be Fat Thor. And here you can see the image, a little bit cropped because of the Avengers Stormbreaker stickers from the Endgame movie. Let's remember that here Thor was with Rocket Raccoon, and when they go to look for the Mjolnir, well, the improved version, they end up building this Stormbreaker, which is able to open the Bifrost. On the back here, we'll see the specifications for the Stormbreaker itself. It says that it has lights, that it has sound, that it's an electronic axe. Obviously, it's going to be made of reinforced plastic. But now, without further delay, let's take out the contents. I'm going to show you the inside so you can see everything our Stormbreaker axe comes with. Alright, we've now taken out the pieces that came inside the box. Basically, it's these two pieces, and it comes with a couple of screws so you can attach the parts together. Let's take a look at the handle. First of all, if you notice, it's really long and it has this metal part where the Stormbreaker will be attached. Here at the base, if you look, it's just the cut that Groot made from his arm. Remember that in the scene, they couldn't put it together. That gnome, that little giant dwarf, didn't have any hands. Thanos cut them off so he couldn't make any more things, so he couldn't make another gauntlet, and they couldn't figure out how to attach these two pieces. Groot comes in, grabs the piece, now glowing hot, with his hand, and that's what happens here. And so, once Groot joined the two pieces together, that's how Stormbreaker was formed. So, like I said, the only part that comes from this side is when the arm was cut off, and that's it. The piece is really, really tough. If you look, it's actually a pretty long piece. It's a little over half a meter, and it's really solid. In the same way, the piece came super protected. If you look, it comes with a protector for each of the corners. Each corner had its own protector so it wouldn't get damaged. And over here, let's mention it too, it's also protected with plastic, and the last part is where the handle of the piece goes in, that was protected as well. Let's talk a little about the axe. If you notice, it's almost bigger than a human head. It's really, seriously big. It's also a solid piece. Once we put it together, we'll check out all the sound effects, but first I want to show off here. If you look, it's a piece, let's say, made of metal, which is why it has this silver color. On this side, this was basically the hammer part, and the other side is the axe part. Mjolnir, the original, was just a hammer, but this one has both. Now it really has both parts, the axe and the hammer. Here, let's do a close-up so you can see the inscriptions on this side. Let's take a look. If you notice, there are also some other inscriptions down at the bottom of the blade. On the other side, we'll also have inscriptions at the bottom. It's a spectacular detail. Other than that, there aren't any other particular details except for this part of the axe, and the rest is just the way the piece is joined together. But now, I'll leave that up to you, because I, Dark Yuri the Collector, don't know what it means. What do these inscriptions mean? Let's remember that these are magical pieces, worthy of the gods, and only they can use them. They're so powerful and so magical that they can open the Bifrost, which allows Thor to teleport directly to Earth for the battle against Thanos. And then, at that moment, he grabs Stormbreaker and stabs Thanos with it. Where? I mean, he jumped into the fight and everything, but when he sees Thanos, he stabs him and says, "You should have gone for the head." And all of that weighed on Thor's conscience, because he could have ended it right there. And the movie ended when? When Thanos snapped his fingers with his left hand, he wiped out half the population of the entire universe, and as we saw with the Funko, he took our hero too, Nick Fury. And that's how our Stormbreaker ends up, and now we're going to assemble it. Honestly, it looks amazing, but there's one detail I really have to show off now. And since we're worthy, now we have the original Mjolnir, so we can see what differences there are. When I was reviewing the piece here, I said, look at this part that comes here, it's circular, all with inscriptions, all beautifully decorated. I said, hey, what do you think? Does Mjolnir come like this? And the truth is, it doesn't. If you look at the original Mjolnir, on the sides, since it's a hammer, there's literally nothing there. This is where it has the inscriptions, and here we see the whole inscription it carries, which says, whoever is worthy to wield it shall possess the power of Thor. And another fun fact that I'm not going to tell you, I'm hoping you guys will put it in the comments, is that Thor was not originally the owner of Stormbreaker. Who was it? Leave it in the comments. We're not going to review Mjolnir anymore. We're going to send it flying back over to Steve Rogers for now. Let's assemble it and check out the special effects here on the Stormbreaker. And there you have it, that's how the Stormbreaker looks once it's assembled. Basically, you have to remove a part here, where this Groot piece comes out, and then there's a button here, it's motion activated, but you can also trigger it directly with the button or by moving it upward. So, let's listen to the first action the Stormbreaker does. Let's check it out. If you look closely, you can see a red light coming out from this side, along with the thunder effect. In case you missed it, here it goes again. Watch how it turns red over there, and you can see the thunder too. Now, gently lifting it up just a little bit is precisely how you effectively activate it, but it will inevitably go completely out of the visible frame. And when I meticulously start doing this particular action, just take a moment to truly check it out. This entire and complete part of the screen turns a vibrant, deep blue, and the powerful, striking thunder visually appears right down here at the bottom. Just take a very close look at the incredible and intricate detail. In theory, it's by moving it upward, and when you hold it still with that motion. Let's wait for the Stormbreaker's ruckus to end, because it looks like it's going to be a storm, but it's by making an upward motion and holding still that it activates. Also, when you make a slashing motion, did you notice? All this stuff starts happening. Here it is. When you grab it and it starts doing all this, that's when it moves and that's when it fell. Did you see that? Alright, the last thing is pressing the button again, and that's what completes the whole action part of the Stormbreaker. And that's it, we've finished the Collector's Edition unboxing here, from Collector Core with the Stormbreaker. I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you liked this video, let us know in the comments, and if you didn't like it, let us know too. Remember to give it a like and turn on all notifications. We are on all social media platforms. We are on Twitter, we are on Facebook, we are on YouTube, we are on TikTok, we are on Mintable, and we are on our website at darkoburi.com, where you can find amazing pieces, grow your collection, buy mugs, keychains, thermoses, and the book Dark Yuri, the collector of toy tips so you can start growing your collection safely. Check out all our social media, remember to share our content, and let us know anything we can improve. Honestly, your feedback really helps us a lot. What unboxing would you like us to do? This was a special edition. Here, we're looking to do part 2 of Mjolnir, which is Stormbreaker. It's from the movie where Infinity Wars and Endgame take place. And it's very fitting with the final scenes of the Infinity Saga. Honestly, it was amazing. I love these two Funkos, they're a perfect 10. Definitely collector's edition. Also, the Thanos sticker, it's super cool. Remember to check out all our social media. Don't forget to participate by leaving your comment on YouTube for the trivia. And you know it, Dark Yuri, peace out.